Hello. Hello, this is the My Artifact episode number 2357. Today's date is 31 August 2021. वाजले आता रात्रीचे 9:30. Today I am bit really excited about making Artifact episode because there is so many things need to say, and there is so many things are kind of like a wrong thing inside of me. Okay, but I just feel after I done Artifact episode, I just clean myself with positive note, and I don't know how should I explain, but it is really important. And today's Artifact episode is maybe one of the best Artifact episode. Yeah. Do you have any best Artifact episode? Yeah, I have. Basically, is that ki when I am really good in mood while talking, then I'm talk a lot. Okay, and the talking, the conversation between me and the mobile phone, whatever you want to say, is really amazing. It's a really great. Okay, and I have some of the Artifact episode which is really good. Like I didn't really listen much more than that, but I listen a few. Okay, it's not that much. Like I know that this Artifact episode, like I have like a thousands of Artifact episode right now. It's a 2357. Okay, 57. I just forget the name. Okay, because there are so many Artifact episode, and because I'm not saying is like that I didn't really listen so many Artifact episode, so I didn't really know which one Artifact episode is really best. But still, I have some of them which is really good. That is a one Artifact episode. I still know that. That is a 473 Artifact episode. 473 or I don't know. It's okay. I just forget. Okay, what are you gonna talk? What are you gonna talk about it? Okay, first of all, the whole conversation is in English. Okay, like we are decided that we have to talk more and more in English. So Artifact episode is really great. So whole conversation will be in English. Okay. So before today, I was really thinking about that ki my masturbation habit is not really good, which is not. I just like I just wanted to quit this masturbation thing. Okay, why? Because of that ki I just watch bunch of videos in YouTube, and in the video they will say that ki if you are doing this thing, that means you are kind of like killing yourself. In another word, like there are so many scientific ways and something like that ki your sperm contains so much amount of semen, and semen contains calcium, and when you ejaculated, there are so much amount of calcium is released from your body, and that calcium is really helpful if that semen was inside your body. If you release your sperm, then bone density will collapse and your bone structure is not really good, and you getting so much amount of pain when you are getting older, and then you will become much, you will look became older than you average age. It's just like so much people tell about this thing, and I was like really frightened about this thing. Like I was really scared. Like when I heard this thing, I was feel like that dude, I am really not so good. Like this has to be stopped. Like I just wanted to be stopped. So and also I talk about this thing in Artifact episode as also. Okay, so let me clear you some of the few things. Okay, and let's just talk about properly. Okay, still I am not saying that I am really perfect in it, or whatever the information I have today is really good, but maybe I'm just saying is going to be perfect. It's a part of the progress. It's not a progress, it's just part of progress. Okay, there are so many milestone or so many things I need to achieve that thing, but it's good amount of information. I This is kind of like a good amount of information I have, and I really wanted to be that information need to be recorded somewhere. Artifact episode is giving me that opportunity, so that's really good. Okay, so let's talk about, so what is exactly happened. Like, I just tell you everything about today. What is exactly happened is that I did masturbation today. Okay, and previously I did masturbation uh, uh, like a 48 hours ago. 48, yeah, 48 hours ago. Like, if I did this today, then my next masturbation will be day after tomorrow. Okay, so that is the day, and usually this is my routine from maybe almost like a, yeah, lifetime. Yeah, I just like, I didn't really know when. I just like it, just this is the routine from entire life. Okay, uh let me clear you one thing is that I just wanted to open up myself, and I am not really kind of like a putting any uh, um between. I just wanted to open it up clearly. Okay, whatever it is I have, I need to accept that thing. Okay, first of all is that I masturbate almost like a 3 time in a week. Okay, and that is yeah, and this is kind of like a, yeah, which is really good or not, I don't know. Okay, I am not really sure, but this is it. um my masturbation is won't get like, if I did this today, then I didn't do it tomorrow. Okay, because my body won't get sustained, and I don't want to be push myself on that thing. Okay, like if I did this, then it will be happen after 48 hours. So yeah, uh, but today, just like after I did masturbation, I feel I uh, feel really something like that ki, like when you have regrets, I feel really regretful. Okay, like what I have done, and it just like so on so forth, and it just like there are so many negative thoughts in my mind, like yeah, it's just like why, how is this thing happened, and it just like let me tell you one thing is that the mind is like a suddenly control before ejaculation and after ejaculation. It is like the mind is, it just like, just the change inside of my mind that can see only in the masturbation. Okay, like, and this is happened so quickly, like my excitement level 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after, the whole thing is happened almost like a 20 minute. And usually, do you know, it's just like changing their mind requires almost like a month or years. Okay, but this is the kind of process your mind is suddenly changed. If you want this, and after you regret this. So it is really I don't know how should I explain, but yeah. So after I did this, I feel really regretful, and I just feel really hopeless, and I feel really negativity inside of me, and there are so many things. First of all, it's just like that. Before today, I didn't really getting information about the masturbation and things like that. I watched bunch of the videos, but not that much. I watched like a one video, and I just make assumption upon that video, and then I feel that this is bad, so that's why I just feel really bad, and that's why I'm feel really regretful, and that's why I told you earlier in Artifact episode 2. But today what is exactly happened is that today after I ejaculated, I feel really hopeless, regretful, but and then I went to the cycling. Okay, usually I went to the cycling every evening. So instead of cycling, I just walk. I just like right now I just wanted to walk, and I just wanted to getting information about the masturbation and whole thing. Is this kind of like a uh, good or bad? I don't know. Okay, I just wanted to know everything about it. So I watch bunch of videos, like almost like I went at 5:30 and I came back at 7:30. So almost like a 2 hour I just continuously hear or watch. I didn't really watch anything because whole I just wanted to hear everything, so I just put my headphone in my ear, and that's it. Okay, and I just listen whatever they wanted to say. So I watched so many videos, Sandeep Maheshwari's, and then most of the people who are bunch of like a really expert in this thing. So I watched so many videos and so many reviews about things and what does they do and everything. So let me clear you one thing, is that key, what is your main goal? What do you want from this? Do you want to stop this masturbation or what? Most of the people say yes, I wanted to stop this masturbation. First of all, masturbation, it cannot be stopped. Okay, why? Let me clear you one thing. Like you need a protein, sorry, you need some of the fats, mineral, and you can fill this with your diet. Okay, so you eat every day because your body need this. You drink water because your body need this. Okay, you are doing your stuff because your body and your mind need that thing, so that's why you are doing this. Okay, masturbation is one of that process. Okay, so as a person, as a human, you cannot stop the masturbation because it will be happened. Okay, you can take some pause, but after some period of time it will happen. It happened. So let me clear you one thing, कि masturbation is a natural thing and it has to be happened. Okay, but let me clear you another thing, is that कि when you are kind of like doing this thing in excessive format, then it is bad, then it is problem. Like if you are continuously drinking so much amount of water, soda, and so on and so forth, it is problem. Alcohol, when you are taking alcohol, it is really good. Okay, but when you are taking alcohol in excessive format, it is bad for you. Okay, it is really definitely bad for you. Like when you are doing this thing, anything in excessive format, it is really bad. Okay, so are you the kind of person who are doing this thing in excessive format? Then it is bad. Masturbation is kind of thing that you cannot stop, but you can minimize it. Okay, and that is the most important factor. Masturbation is not a problem. Okay, most of the people think that masturbation is a problem and I have to stop this or I have to eliminate that problem, but that is not. Okay, masturbation is a natural thing and it has to be happened. Okay, important is that how much do you do this thing. Like if you are doing this thing like 4 times in a day, obviously it is excessive. If you are doing this thing once in a week, it's normal. Okay, so make sure that you have to be in normal position, not excessive position. Like if you are kind of person who are doing this thing 4 times in a day, definitely you have to be minimized. You cannot stop it. Definitely you cannot stop it. You have to minimize it. Bunch of dog is barking. Okay, so this is the clear. Okay, so masturbation is not a problem, it's a normal process. So okay, this is it, but still I just wanted to be kind of like minimize this thing. So how should I do that? Okay, so first of all is that what is the first of all, let me clear you how much amount of you are doing this thing, and if you are kind of like doing this thing in a nearly normal way, then what is the procedure you need to follow. First of all, start from worst condition. Like if you are doing this thing 4 times in a day, that means you are doing this thing almost like a 28 time in a week. 28, can you seriously, if you are doing this thing 28 time in a week, it is really dangerous to you, it is really harmful for you. Obviously there are so many limitations, because your sperm contains so many minerals which is really required for your body, and if you are kind of like ejaculating things almost like 28 times in a week, definitely you feel really hopeless, you feel really calm inside of you, you feel really unenergetic, you feel really pain inside of your bone, and there are so many like hair loss and whatever you want to say problem, definitely that problem will occur because of that you are doing this thing almost like 28 times. And also one thing is that this is really harmful for you, but as also this is really harmful for other person as also. What do you mean other person? As other person means, just trust me tell you, is that if you are doing this thing almost like 4 times in a week, that means you are whole day continuously thinking about the sex and all those things. Okay, so if you are continuously thinking about the sex and you are continuously masturbating, continuously ejaculating, then your mind is continuously thinking about that purpose. Okay, and sometimes it's bit really difficult to control yourself, because there are so many people around you, and who knows what could happen. So important. So important it is that if you are kind of like doing this thing, so definitely you have to consult with your doctor and just try to minimize it, because at that stage it is really dangerous. Trust me, it is so dangerous. Okay, so my main purpose is that I have to be a normal. What is a normal? Normal means 1 time in a week, that's it. I just wanted to be that kind of normal. So how do you do that? So first of all, you are doing this almost like twice in a day, and you have to become a once in a week. Then what you have to do now is that try not to stop masturbation. Okay, just minimize the masturbation, like minimize the things that you are doing. Like if you are doing this twice in a day, from tomorrow you have to decide that you have to do once in a day. not twice in a day, once in a day. And you have to follow that routine till the end of the week. Okay, like if I started from this Monday, then I have to continue that routine till the end of the Monday. Okay, and you just have to, and do not just like push yourself that you have to be kind of like not doing this thing. It body urges you, and obviously this number is varies from age to age. Okay, like if you are kind of like in puberty level, means 15 to 20, so obviously you have a really strong urges to do like that. Okay, but you need to control. 20 to 25, it is also bit really urges too, but you can control it. Okay, in 15 to 20 it is bit really uncontrollable, because we are in that puberty level, and we are like so much high amount of testosterone, so it is really difficult to control, but try to do that. And if you are 20 to 25, then it is also be urges, but you can control it. Okay, 25 to 30, obviously it is like you are in kind of like a really pro situation, like after you became like a 25, or after 25 to 30, or 35 to maybe so on and so forth, the whole process is bit really vanish. Okay, because of so many things, like after you getting 25 or after 30, why are you masturbation? Why are you masturbating? Trust me, just like you just get sex now, so do sex. Why are you masturbating? So when you are kind of like going upward, like then this kind of process is not gonna happen, it will be vanish. So this has to be happen at 15 to 25, maximum 30. Okay, after 30 I don't get anyone. Okay, because after 30 it will be get control, because we are literally focused on that thing. Okay, and your body doesn't ejaculate all those things. Okay, so if you are 10 to 15, it is a bit really challenging, because you are kid. Okay, trust me, like if you are watching and your age is almost like 10 to 15, you are a kid. Okay, and you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't have to do that, because it's not, because like I am not suggesting, but if you are kind of like doing this thing, then you cannot say is that like there are so many things like internet, there are so many people can control internet, and people child get their hands dirty with their internet. So I don't know. Okay, but if you are kind of like it's really good कि you are at the age of 10 to 15, and trust me, you cannot follow this thing, because the whole process is start from 15, at 15 age. If you try to control this thing, it won't be controlled, but still you can try this thing. But I'm not suggest you do that. You just have to skip that video and just like let it go. Okay, because as scientifically you have to be after 15, you have to do that. Before 15 or when your age is 5 to 10, dude, fuck. this is not okay. Like you are not, because your reproductive organ is not really developed yet. So so basically just fuck off. Okay, just like don't. Okay, so this video is meant for men who are aged at 15 to 30 or maybe 35. Okay, that's it. Not more than that, not less than that. So if you're trying to do this thing twice in a week, then you have to do it twice in a day, then you have to do this once in a day. Okay, and try to maintain that routine till the end of the week. Okay. uh, then it just like you have to be push yourself little bit of further. Okay, but you have to be control yourself, like if you cannot control that, the next week will be uh, like a one day after. Okay, like you have to do one day, then after that you take a gap, and then next day. Okay, so you have to follow this routine next week. But if you are not really comfortable and your body is really urging that, so you have to be do this once in a day, but do not go twice in a day. Okay, like if you're kind of like doing this thing, okay, 1 week, 2 week, 3 week. Okay, and after 3 week you have to push yourself little bit of further. You have to go to almost like a, if you are did this today, then you have to do did this day after tomorrow. Okay, so and when you have that in that routine, then you have to follow that routine almost like a 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, maybe 5 week as also. It takes some time. Okay, it just cannot happen just like after 1 week, 2 week. No, it just takes some time, as also month and year. Okay, but you have to maintain that routine. Do not go further beyond that. Do not go just like twice in a day. If you are in day after tomorrow routine, then do not go twice in a day. Okay, so you have to maintain that routine. And after you spending almost like a 4 and 5 week, and your routine is literally great, that you are kind of like from 2 times in a day to like a day before that, like a 2 times in a day, almost like a 3 times in a week, then it is really good. You are progressing. Okay, now you have to be pushed little bit of even harder, that you have to do 2 day gap. Like if you did this, then you have to do almost like a yeah, you have to do that 2 day before, 2 day after, like a gap between. If you did this today, then you have to 2 day gap, and then after you have to do this. Okay, and you have to maintain that routine till almost like a 5 or 6 week, or maybe almost like you take a month. Okay, but do not go further beyond that. Okay, do not go further beyond that. So that means you are taking 2 day gap. That means you are doing this almost like twice in a week. Okay, twice in a week is just bit really good. It's also really great. It is really close to the normal. If you have to maintain that, then you have to maintain these things, maybe almost like a month, maybe you have to be year. Okay, but maintain that thing. Okay, it's not that, it's normal. Okay, 2 times in a week, it's normal. Okay, and if you are on that routine and you have to be pushed little bit of further, then you have to do this once in a week. Okay, but it takes some time. It just not just happen almost like a week after week after week. No, it is just definitely not gonna. And I'm not really recommend to do that thing as also. Okay, because your body need to be urges. Okay, and this thing happened very silently, and this thing happened very slowly. Okay, so that's why you have to do this very slow as also. Okay, so if you follow that routine, it is really prefer for almost like a 20 to 25 kind of person. Like if you have that age, then it is literally control for you. Okay, you have to do this. As a 25 to 30, you have to follow that routine too, but do not break the routine. Do not kind of like do something like that. So this is the process. So that's why you have to do that once in a week. Okay, that's it. Once in a week, that's it. And if you're trying to do even further, I'm not recommend to you. Okay, because if you're trying to be even further, then it won't be controlled that much. Okay, because like when you have that particular age, like if you are almost like a 32 or 30, 4, then definitely it will be getting little bit of slowdown, and then you will not able to do all those things because your body doesn't need it. Okay, like after you doing sex, then why do you masturbate? It just so whole simple logic na. Okay, so if you wanted to do this, just do sex instead of masturbation with wife. Okay. Just like what the fuck क्या कह दिया तूने. So this is the process. Okay, and this is a really long process. Okay, it's a very long process, and you have to be very step by step. You just not just go from 1 week to 2 week and 3 week, and it won't be happen. Trust me, it is won't. If you are kind of like doing this thing twice in a week, start almost like a taking gap twice in a day, then you have to do this once in a day. Okay, maintain that routine. And when you feel something like that, if you are following that routine, like if you are doing this thing almost like 48 hours, okay, like a day after tomorrow in that routine, then what is the problem is that when you have so much urges to do that thing, then how do you control yourself? So in that particular time, you wanted to control, then what you have to do is just that you have to go to pee, you have to go to urinate, and first of all, let's just clear your bladder, because it's really difficult for a man that you have urges for sex or you have urges for pee, because it is really difficult. So and at that time your brain is bit really confused. So as also you have to go to urinate first of all. Okay, another thing, after you urinate, you does feel something like that, then what you have to do, drop down your AC. Okay, like if you are in AC or if you are in really cold environment, then just what you have to do, like switch off your fan or switch off your AC, or maybe you are in kind of like really cold, so try to wear something really warm. Okay, so that your body bit really sweat. But this has to be happen after you done this pee, like after you do your urinate thing, then you have to do something like that. Okay, but you doesn't have, but still you does feel something like that, then what you have to do, you just like go and talk to your family or go with the friends, or go, do not sit alone. Okay, do not be alone. Okay, do not be alone. So if you are alone, then it will be definitely happened. Okay, so do not be alone, because it is really difficult. At that position, if you do not have any person around you, then what you have to do is that go to the terrace. Okay, just put down your headphone and watch some of the movies that you like, or videos that you like, music videos basically. Like you can play whatever the music you want, like you can watch some of the Justin Bieber, or you can watch some of the EDM, rap, so many things. Whatever you have to watch, listen that music, and you feel really great. And when you feel something like that, urinate, or you just have to be toilet. Okay, that is the most important part of it. Like if you do toilet na, then whole problem is end that time. Okay, so that's it. And after that you still feel little bit of urges, then do not try to hold your body. Okay, you just have to be happy, then let it go, let it happen. Okay, so this is kind of like I'm telling you the process. Okay, let me clear you one thing, this is very long process. Okay, it not happened couple of months, it it won't happen couple of week, it takes month, it takes year. Okay, so you have to be do this thing in very long period of time, but maintain the routine. This is the one thing. Another thing, you cannot stop yourself from masturbation. This is natural thing. So this is happened. When it happened, it happened, so let it go through it. Okay. And also, if you are literally doing this thing in very excessive format, like 4 times in a day, so my suggestion is that you have to concern with the doctor. Okay, because that is a problem. So this is the kind of thing, and if you are like doing this thing, then it will be really good. There are so many people in YouTube, and so many people will say like I did this thing like last time I did almost like a month ago. Yeah, I didn't really did any masturbation till 1 month. Then like, what is those people? First of all is that they hold their masturbation. Okay, they hold their masturbation after 1 month or after it just happened. Okay, how much you want it to be controlled? Yeah, some people will control, some people will control almost like, and it is happened with the age as also. Like if you are in the puberty level, like if you are at the age of 18, then it is really difficult to do something like that. It is very difficult. Okay, but if you are at the age of 32 or 35, then it is really control for you. Okay, so it happens, it varies from people to people and age to age. Okay, so do not go with those things like इस भाई ने कंट्रोल कर दिया तो मैं भी कंट्रोल कर सकता हूँ. It's like so much motivation, and it's just like there is war against you. Okay, you have to be let it slow, not just kind of like a killing it, a problem. All right, so this is the process. So I just talk about 37 minutes about the masturbation and all those things, but you didn't really talk about the like what is your challenge. Like if you are doing this thing almost like once in a like 3 times in a week, then how do you change? My change is that I am trying to consisting like I did this today, then I have to did this almost like after 2 day, like today and a one tomorrow, and day after that, and day after that I will do that. So this is my routine, but maybe I try to maintain that routine. But yeah, as also is that key, another important is that key, if you wanted to stop this, then you have to be make yourself in kind of like really busy schedule. Okay, so if you are in the busy schedule, then it is really good. Okay, it is really helpful for you. Like if you are doing this thing, working continuously almost like 18 hour, or you're going to college and things, and you are surrounded with the so many people, then it will be really helpful for you for control your masturbation. Okay, so this is it, this is the end. Thank you.